Welcome to CourtSide, where we sit on the sideline and we discuss sports as if we can do it better ourselves. I'm your host, Mr. 300. You guys know my co-host, the Bay to LA.
That's it.
We're back in the building, man. You know what, man? This is our 13th episode, man. How you feel about that?
Oh, man, hey. We up and running, man. We doing good things.
Mm-hmm.
We getting a lot of feedback in the
yes,
comments.
Yes, sir.
The
The comments have been crazy. Yes.
So, I mean, just been having a fantastic time, man. And, I'm just ready to keep it controversial today, man.
Yes. But before we get started, man, any shout outs you want to give out to anybody?
Oh, man. Hey, listen, just shout out to all the subscribers, the people who have viewed the channel, and the comment section. We appreciate it all, whatever type of stance that you're taking. If you're giving us a good look, we appreciate it. And, we're going to keep trying to get better and better.
Yes, man. That's our goal, to get better and better, man. But like you say, man, we have been having some good controversial topics, man, where it's been talking about the GOAT discussion. If Jordan wouldn't be the GOAT, it went for Nike or Gatorade,
right?
The LeBron, man. Like, we really been kind of hitting on some topics that has been stirring the pot, man. And I think there's some good topics because a lot of people agree with us. A lot of people disagree with us.
Right.
But at the same point in time, we're creating topics and we're talking about things that we used to sit around and talk about while we was at work, man. So I'm enjoying it, man. This is our 13th episode, man. And the goal is to keep this thing going, man, and see where it takes us.
Let's get it.
All right, man. Let's jump off into it, man. Let's go off into the WNBA, man. You know, right now there's this rivalry that's been going since college between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
But of lately, man, the rivalry is looking one-sided. Caitlin Clark has been busting, you know what, to Angel Reese ever since that last year in college, man, and going off into the league. To me, it hadn't really been much of a rivalry thus far, man, because Caitlin Clark has been winning. Like this year, the Fever have been destroying the Chicago Sky. And Angel Reese, her game itself, in my opinion, hadn't really evolved to where it should be in year two going into this season, man. What is your take on that?
Man, it's kind of double-sided.
Yeah.
Because as far as like the business portion of it, when it comes to Reese, like she hitting on all cylinders.
Yes.
She really get into that bag. You have to be smart and intelligent, to work it like this in the NBA and to be bringing in this revenue. Now, the disturbing part is, the evolution of her game and the level of competition. As far as other big women in the WNBA who they just saying I ain't going. Yeah, and it's looking crazy out there. It ain't just me talking. You can go on TikTok. They going. They are doing whole posts now that's just dedicated to how unpolished Angel Reese is. This is a problem.
It's a problem. And I agree. It is a problem, man. Like, as far as talking about being tough, getting rebounds, being having that energy, being that driving force on her team, she has all those attributes. But when we talking about having a post game, getting there, getting your shot, picking your shots, picking your spots, that needs a lot of work. I remember Lisa Leslie said if she could work with her, she would work on her layups. Like, because to me, if you can get down there and be a monster on them boards, you should be able to put it back in the basket without getting 3-4 touches off your own miss.
You should.
And I think, and it goes back to college. When she was in college, she was just so much bigger than everybody else. And to me, she was able to get those putbacks and get and scoop layups and do those wild shots and make them. But you seen she would run into trouble when they would play South Carolina, and they had the other tall girl on South Carolina. I can't remember her name, but she would give her problems in those games. And to me, it just translated over into the league. You have other big women who are just as tall as you in your position, and it's hard for you to get shots over them. Now, you can get the rebound, but when it comes to getting the rebound and making a move, you can't do that. Like, you kind of throw up a wild shot, hoping that it will go in.
Kind of wild.
Well, it is wild, and I think now it is getting crazy. And to me, for this rivalry with Caitlin Clark to continue, it has to be evenly when we talking about points. Like, you got to be out there and be a dog, not on the boards, but getting those points well, because that rivalry is going to fade, because now it's getting one-sided. If we keep seeing this another year or two, that it's going to go away. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be the same. That luster is going to go away, and nobody's going to pay attention to it or whatever. And people be talking about Caitlin Clark game and how they jealous of her, this and that, because she's getting all the attention. But at the end of the day, Caitlin Clark got game.
Come on, man.
She has bona fide game. She can get out there and get a bucket. She is the face of the WNBA. Granted, Angel Wilson is the best player in the WNBA.
Right.
But Caitlin Clark, she is the new face of the league. Like everything goes through her. Like you see her everywhere as far as with commercial endorsement and things like that. Now, if Angel Reese want that spot,
right, then
she has to work on her game. Like that post game has to get better, because if not, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Lay up one of the easiest shots you're gonna get.
Yes.
You know, on the basketball court, man. Mm-hmm. So the same way, you know, that she's gonna get praised, you know, with her business acumen. Yeah. The court deficiencies have to be addressed. It have to be the same level of energy. Mm-hmm. Considering what Caitlin get out there doing. Yeah. You know, when I was watching Caitlin, when she was up, you know, doing her thing, she out there dealing with you.
Yes, she is. She gonna deal with you.
Yeah, she got the whole bag out there.
Yes, she do. Yes, she gonna give it to you.
Yeah,
and she gonna work, and she gonna get her points. And you're in the Angel Reese, she is like with the rebounds, the quickest one to reach the milestone as far as getting the rebounds and points like that. So she does put the ball in the basket, but for the her points really could be, she can average about 20 points a game. And average,
she just got to polish up her game.
Yes,
that's all.
Yeah, that's it. And
to me, can say that. That's not hate.
Nah, and it's not hate, because people tell her that, but it's like you take it the wrong way. Like, it's like, I'm not trying to hit at.
Can we talk about that part?
Let's talk about that. To me,
I'm like, what is it? Because to me, where does she come off? They just giving you a critique about the basketball portion on,
and
this ain't looking right.
This ain't looking right, and these are other players who played or whatever, and they're telling you, instead of taking it like, hey, you know what? Let me work on that. You taking it as if like, who are you to tell me I need to do this? And then whether you're saying it out loud or not, your actions show that, because it's not translating over on the court.
Mm-hmm. And the
attitude, and now people are really starting to pay attention to the layups. Like, it's a thing now. Like you say, there are memes and videos of how many, like, you get your rebounds off putbacks, but on your own shot. Like, granted, you're getting a rebound, but it's like, it's on your own shot.
And you're still missing.
It's like, if you were to make the shot after the first rebound, would your rebound percentage go down?
Have you seen the jumper?
I've always seen the jumper. Even in college, I wasn't a fan of the jumper.
It's terrible.
But with her size and her quickness and her athleticism, she should be able to make a move and get to the basket and get to the foul or get to the free throw line and get up points. Like, to me, the jumper is never going to be the shot. To me, her game can be like a Zion. Like, Zion don't have a jumper. Mm-hmm. Like, but he's strong, he's big, he's powerful. She's strong, she's big, she's powerful. I can get in here and I can get busy on these boards and I can bang with the best of them. Like, to me, that should be her mindset. That could be my game. Like, putbacks, rebounds, you know what I'm saying? Post moves, one move, I'm in the air, layup or whatever, or that jump hook, something to get her going and get her to the free throw line. To me, the jumper is never going.
Right.
That's never going to work. It's like Zion. That jumper is not going. It don't look like a jump shot. So, but he didn't change his mind. Said, I'm going to the basket. Angel Reese, I'm going to the basket. And then when I miss it, if I get my rebound, I'm shooting a real layup that looks like I know what I'm doing.
And I want to say, you know, when she gets out there and, you know, flailing around like that, it just shows, you know, a lack of attention to detail. You know, as we used to say in, you know, the army, hey, attention to detail. Man, teamwork is the key.
It's the key, man. Who's just telling that? Oh, Matt Sergeant Jackson.
Come on, man.
Attention to detail. So, man, he just say that every day, no more than me. So I'd be like, attention to detail. I'll be like, all right, Sergeant Jackson. We didn't hear enough of that.
Attention to detail.
But it makes sense, though. So if she goes to attention to detail, she pay attention to the small stuff. And because and then work on that, she can get better on the offensive end. But like I say, the rivalry, The build up to these games hasn't lived up to the hype.
Yeah, no. Oh, and it's one sided.
It's one sided. It's one sided.
Game ain't matching.
It ain't matching.
The hype.
The hype, and it's not. And I think it's gonna phase out, and they're gonna look for somebody else to take on Caitlin Clark.
And they got plenty.
They got plenty. Because right now it's y'all too. It's Caitlin Clark. It's Angel Reese. But you got to work on that in order to keep that going. Because you had your Magic and your Birds rivalry or whatever. That went for a minute. You had Jordan, whether him against Barkley, whether it was him with Shaq and Penny. Like, you had those rivalries throughout the league or with players that when they played, or like with Kobe and LeBron, when they matched up. It was a marquee game. You knew Kobe was going to get you 30. You knew LeBron was going to get you 25 to 30. Right. Whether who won or lost, them two players were going to show out. We hadn't been seeing that with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark been getting her money, been getting hers. Right. But Angel hasn't.
Hopefully Angel don't, really get stuck on thinking, what I'm saying? Because my game is, I have good game. Yeah. But the look and, the character that I'm playing is going to propel me to indefinitely, not work at my craft. You're going to find out that you're mistaken, that all leagues will pass you up if you don't really start leveling up with in all facets.
Sir, because that has been evident in the NBA when you talk about your Ja Morant.
Man, come on.
When you talk about your Zions.
I've been hearing they've been talking about looking at some trade options for Ja.
And I've been hearing that too, because it has passed you by. Like, you're not the guy anymore. Like SGA, he's the guy. And granted, they didn't even want SGA. They wanted Ant-Man to be the guy. Yeah. But who do we have next in line to kind of take over and step into that role? Look at SJ. He's married. Got a young son. You know what I'm saying? He's from Canada. He's polished. He speaks well. You know what I'm saying? He has the look that we're going for. So let's just give it to him. Because the ones we wanted to give it to, we got Zion, all right, who's going through his ordeal. Damn. We got Ja, who just got out of his ordeal. And we got Ant-Man, who's currently in his ordeal as well. So we had three guys that we wanted to pass the torch to, but they got other stuff going on off the court that's stopping them from taking on that responsibility.
So now we got to continue to talk about Steph and LeBron.
Yes, and LeBron. And
since
now,
y'all don't want.
And now we stuck watching OKC and the Indiana Pacers.
Who stuck watching
in this NBA Finals, man?
Listen, let's be real.
What's that? Go ahead, man. Let's be real.
I know
we on CourtSide. Let's be real.
We not watching that.
Nah, we ain't watching that.
We not watching it.
It's not exciting.
And it's no disrespect. Listen, I want Indiana to win, but I'm not watching either one of those. Not one game, bro.
Nah.
I know some people gonna say I'm wrong.
Yeah, they gonna say you're wrong.
I would say if it would have been New York in there, I could have watched it. Or if it was the Timberwolves, and this is just me personally, and I'm quite sure that it's going to have a lot of people who are, but there's nothing to me other than the most exciting part of that to me would be like the players from Indiana.
That's it, yeah, because
that will resonate with me.
Yes, I'm saying, like it's no excitement in watching these finals. And when I say excitement, like, the games have been close, they have been good, but there's no marquee matchups. There's no storyline. None will say. There's no build up to these games. Like when watching the Lakers, Golden State, New York, Chicago, Miami. When those teams used to go to the finals and you had those marquee matchups, it wasn't just about the teams. It was about the individual play as well.
Right.
It was, it was LeBron versus Dirk. You know what I'm saying? It was Jordan versus Barkley versus Kemp and Gary Payton. You know what I'm saying? It was those marquee matchups that you talked about. Like, even the interviews before the games, you key in on those players. Who are we keying in on now? Nobody. It's like the league now has, like we talked about before the show, they try to open it up to all these different teams. Like you were saying before the show, like they try to open up to these smaller market teams. Right. And to me, you water down the product. To me, like,
I think the ratings is going to show that.
Yes. Like I was reading something the other day. I think this is like the lowest rating finals. I think since like the 2001. I think when the Spurs played They played somebody in the final. Oh, I think when they played Cleveland or somebody in the final, like it was 2000, but it was the early 2000s. The ratings are low. But like we was talking about before the show, they need to go back to those marquee teams instead of trying to spread this wealth around. Man, keep the Lakers, keep Golden State, keep Boston, keep New York, keep those teams that people want to see in the finals. Nobody wanted to see Golden State. OKC in Indiana. But OKC in Indiana fans. Those are the only ones.
And that's not to minimize, them getting to the finals, because they definitely earned it. They are the best teams for the finals, but it's just kind of like we have to understand it is sports entertainment too.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
where's the entertainment?
There you go, like the character build up and different things like that. I understand it is a sport, but it's also sports entertainment. I want to be entertained by, knowing characters.
Yep.
So
it's none of that. It's none of that. It's
not for me.
Not for me either. And I'm pretty sure it's for a lot of people as well, man. All right, man. So let's transition, man. So, since we're not big on the finals right now, man, let's talk about what the Warriors need to do next year in order to get back to the pinnacle. Because last show I said that Curry, LeBron, KD, none of those guys were winning a championship unless they teamed up with each other,
which was crazy.
It's not crazy, man. It's
absolutely.
Now, as far as it happening, could be crazy, but as far as me saying that they're not going to win on the teams they are now without getting any more pieces, it's not going to happen. So, what does Golden State have to do, in your opinion?
One, what we had to do is figure out how to get a big man who can score in the paint and defend, right? And I think that we're going to have a lot of options. I'm looking at the Celtics because they're going to have a barn sale with them trying to get off of money, knowing that next year is going to be a rebuild year. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, if we can make a play that way. Listen, I would love Brook Lopez for what we do, and then we could start building up the bench and whatnot.
Because he can stretch the floor, he can shoot the three,
and it ain't going to cost us an arm and a leg.
It's not.
The thing about Giannis and KD and stuff, I'm like off of that, because I feel like it'll be too much. I think we definitely need to revisit getting Draymond Green
up out of there,
off the team for some depth.
Because to me,
I think it's time. It's been time.
If y'all let Klay Thompson slide, granted y'all offering him some money, he turned it down, but I don't think it was a full court press. I think he was put on the back burner. He was the last option. But to me, to give Draymond that money and you didn't give Klay that type of money. Because he signed with it. What the deal was?
Well, what we did was we went Poole.
Yeah. Gay Poole.
Then we turn around and give Dre
like $100 million, wasn't it?
And I was like, what's going? Wait a minute.
Yeah, because to me, I think, and I'm gonna go back to that when y'all got off Poole. Y'all should have got off Draymond and kept Poole. To me, I understand y'all talking about being loyal, but
it's Steph, man.
You think that was Steph? Now let's talk about. I'm glad you say that. So, do you think Steph was like, "Hey, he might be taking my shine a little bit"? Because to me, because his game wasn't like a Klay Thompson. His game is similar to Curry as far as the flashiness with the way he play and shoot. Like to me, he was similar to Steph in his game. So,
but his attitude wasn't.
The attitude wasn't. But again,
different.
Do you think he was starting to think, "Hey, this could be my team"?
Yeah, but if you at that level, that's how you got to think.
That's how you got to think. So and you say Curry was like, "Hey, y'all,
listen." Steph called a shot. Dre just the one who do it.
Who do it to you?
You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm with that. Yeah.
Let's keep it real. Steph is the one who you know get ahead. Now Dre is the one who gonna go out here. I don't know what he was saying. Poole was saying that. Maybe it was his personality wasn't mentioned, but as far as like going out there and being a killer, and wanting to handle business on the court, I think he was every bit of that. He was doing it in a different fashion than Steph and Klay. And I think when everybody wasn't meant to play the Sun.
And you're right.
And when he wasn't going, At that point, he was greenlit, and they was like, get him out of there.
Because to me, he has that killer mentality as far as, hey, I'm willing to take the last shot.
A bucket.
Like, don't like if I got the ball, I'm not looking for Steph.
He could create his own shot. Which, here's what's odd. Ever since he left, we've been trying to find somebody who can. That's why we brought in Jimmy
Butler. You had it. To me, you can replace a Draymond with one or two other players.
You got it. If he's not, the fact that we're not even talking about. I think. Listen, I believe we can keep Kuminga. We can get rid of Dre.
Make Kuminga out of there, man.
And get some. I understand that. But if the owner say,
give him the
I
back.
want him. You're gonna have to roll with it.
You're gonna have to roll with it, but he gonna have to play.
The owner gonna make Kerr play him.
He gonna have to, because Kerr not gonna do it.
There's no excuse for why he wasn't playing.
Because when Steph went out, he was getting buckets. To me,
he been a bucket.
He been a bucket. To me, I think Kerr got an issue with him or something. I don't know what the issue is, but it ain't basketball.
Because here's the thing, Kerr know his best way to stay on this team is whatever is going to be for the benefit of Steph.
And
not understanding. Steph don't understand. Hey, brother, if we keep playing you like this, your body is going to start turning on you.
Like
we got to put it in other people's hands.
You got to think about when you start pulling the hamstrings on just a regular play, nothing outrageous. Stuff you've been doing,
your body is telling you something.
It's telling you like I'm doing too much or whatever. Like I can't keep doing it at this high level like this for 48 minutes. And that's why I go back to say, LeBron, KD, Steph, y'all need to make it happen, all right?
Brother.
Y'all need to team up. Whatever team y'all decide to go to, man, y'all go ahead and do it.
Steph ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere. Nah, he ain't trying to leave Golden State.
But that's another story, about how Steph didn't, go nowhere like some of the, real greats like the Mikes of the world,
Look here, man.
the Tim Duncans of the world.
I wouldn't say Steph probably never.
What I mean?
I'm gonna say I think he has entertained it.
The Magic Johnsons of the world.
I think he's entertained it. Like
who?
when they went on their stretch, when they wasn't winning any chips, I think he entertained it.
Who?
Steph.
When they wasn't winning any chips.
Yeah, like after they won. So when the last one they won was in what 21?
Brother, let's be clear.
20.
Listen,
22, something like that.
When you talk about wasn't winning chips, when he came in the league, he came in with the shooter acumen, but he always, they always say he had the weak ankles.
They won a stretch.
He had the little flimsy ankles, and we rolled with him.
They won a stretch after the last chip to where they wasn't making the playoffs.
So
I'm saying during that time frame, I'm not saying that he was entertaining it. I'm just saying I don't think the idea never popped up in his head.
Steph know one thing, man. Don't forget who cut on the lights for you.
Yeah, they cut the lights on for him. Again, that's why they hurried and threw him the bag so he wouldn't leave.
And the money ain't the problem. He always going, whatever you want, we going to give it to you.
Yeah, but you're not going to turn that bag down no matter where you at. Like, if they offer you $200-some million to stay right here where you comfortable at, granted, and to me, as ownership, hey, let's give him the money right now before it even become an idea.
You think Giannis ain't turning the bag down?
He turning it down. He's gonna turn it down.
I'm trying to get out of here
because he's still young in his and he's still in his prime.
Right.
Like he can go get that same bag anywhere. Granted, Steph too, but again, Steph, I got roots here in Golden State. Like I've been here my whole career. Same with Giannis, but Giannis still young enough to, you know what I'm saying? I go lay some roots down somewhere else. It'd be hard for Steph at this age to go lay some roots down somewhere else.
No, it don't happen.
I'm talking about for like not just. I'm talking about family wise.
For sure, and like, you don't want to go out like LeBron, bro. Yeah. You don't want to go out like LeBron did with the Cavaliers, man.
What you talking about? That man went back to Cleveland and brought them boys to championship, man. Nobody's ever done that, by the way.
No,
nobody's ever left a team
and he
won two chips somewhere else,
and he brought the All-Stars with him.
Went back to Cleveland
with who?
And won another chip.
Who he went back with?
What you mean? Kyrie was already there. He brought in Love. Love came in.
Kyrie was already there. Kyrie was mad about it.
Why? He's supposed to be mad. At that age, being that young, I'm supposed to be mad. But at the same point in time, if Bron do not come back to Cleveland, Kyrie, your career going in a different area.
He should have never left. But that's another story.
He had to, man. He had to. I gave you
7 years. He had to go sit on Daddy Wade lap.
He had to.
He had shown how to be a champion. You right.
He had to go learn. Like I'm
he had to go sit on Wade's knee.
He had to go sit on Wade.
He bounced him on the knee.
Yeah, I got to show you
when he was in Miami.
I got to show you how to dress. I got to show you how to do this.
You took him shopping?
I got to show you how to do this more.
It all making sense.
Let me finish, man.
Yeah.
I got to show you how to dress. Because before he got to Miami, he was baseball captain, t-shirts, and baggy jeans. I got to show you how to market yourself along with your family. I got to show you how to pull in that bag. I'm not going that route with it. I'm not going that way with it. I got to show you how to be a player on the court and a businessman off the court.
Right.
Like if he doesn't go to Miami, he doesn't learn those things, and it doesn't translate to over him doing things outside the game of basketball. That's what he learned from being around Wade in Miami.
For sure.
Because if you think about it, Wade was on that path to being the face of the league, winning chips, and being that guy off the court. But he had some stuff happen with the divorce, and that got nasty. That got in the media. He had some other things happen, and that kind of deterred him from going that way. And Bron just kind of took it and ran with it. Because prior to Bron going to Miami, you didn't see his family in commercials. You didn't see the kids on social media. You didn't see him with his family roaming around. Like all that came from going to Miami, because Wade was doing that at first. You seen Wade with the boys in the commercials, at the game, sitting courtside. Like he was that father figure on the court and off the court. I play ball well, and I'm a family man at home. He had that persona prior to stuff happening, and then Bron kind of took on that persona.
Stuff happening?
Yeah, brother, stuff happening, man. Nope. I'm like, nope, I'm not. Stuff happening, huh? I'm not going there. Yeah. I'm not going there, man. But again, like I say, that's what it was. But again, for Golden State, for them to get back to the pinnacle, Draymond got to go, and you got to bring in a KD. That's the only way it works. You got to bring in a KD.
I think we could get Brook Lopez or Porzingis and fill out the bench. And I think we'll be cool.
Man, your bench is nice, man.
But I want to get rid of. It's time to get rid of Dre because he ain't been working on his game. And I'm sick of it.
Man, I want what Carl used to say about the jumper? Oh, backpack jump, yeah. Backpack jump shot. To me, like he's getting older. And then again, man, the market may not even be fresh out there for him. He might not have no.
I know who will take him.
Who will take him? LA?
Man,
yeah, we will. Come on.
Hey, y'all got some centers.
Yeah, man.
Y'all got a center over there we could use right now.
Who, to my Hayes?
Man, come on.
Man, Hayes would do good in y'all system. He would do good in y'all system.
Listen, and I think Dre will do good
in our system.
In y'all system.
Yeah, he would, man. So let's talk about the Lakers, man. So let's talk about what the Lakers have to do in order to get back to.
Break it down. What you
got right now, we've already making moves already, man. You see Luka, he's out here getting in shape, man. They say he lost about 20, 25 pounds.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man. So he out there in LA, man. So he drinking the veggie juice, man. He eating the spinach. You know what I'm saying? He's enjoying LA, man. Bron got him on that good diet, man. Got him on that good regimen. He's looking real good. If he can come into the preseason, the regular season in shape and stay in shape, we'll be good at the point guard position as far as him scoring and assisting the ball. Which it's never been a thing about his offense. It's always been the defense. But I think by him losing weight, it'll help him stay in front of people a little bit better. And you know what I'm saying? I won't get caught up in the first move. Now, in order for us to get better on the offensive end as well, we need to go get us a real center. And like I say, Jackson Hayes, I like Jackson Hayes when he was with New Orleans because I feel like he was a good fit. But we need a center who can score the ball too. You know what I'm saying? Not get rebounds, put back block shots. Not get you 20, but if you can get 15 points, 10 boards, that's the kind of center we need. That's what we need on the back end because we had Christian Woods. I don't know what I know he was hurt a lot. They got rid of him, but I don't know too many centers out there that's available that can get you that kind of points in production or whatever. But you always say LeBron don't like playing with a scoring center.
No, he don't.
But again, I say it don't matter who it is. He can play with anybody. But at this stage in his career, I feel like he's not on that anymore if that's what he was even on. because at the end of the day, he's not going to be able to get out there and carry a team for 48 minutes. He can get you your 25 points, but my 25 might come from us getting blowed out, and now I'm getting buckets at the end, or I might get them early while the game is still going back and forth. But to say LeBron finna get out here and dominate a game from start to finish ain't not gonna happen. That's why you bring in the Luka to dominate the game. And Bron now he's everywhere. Where you look at the box score like, dang, how he scored 25 points? It didn't even seem like it. That's the 25 he's getting now. Some games he go out for 36, 40, and you see it in spurts.
Right.
But to say I'm finna consistently dominate the game from start to finish, those days are over with. Like, that's why you bring in a Luka. That's why we need to go get a center to get you that 15 points, 10 boards, and that way, if we keep connect, he can start playing. Reese, maybe he'll pick up where he left off at from the regular season. Hachimura and Gabe Vincent and those players, but we do need to go get a center in order to be
Hachimura.
Yeah. Well,
you like him?
I do like him, man. Like, I like his game. Like, he gets you those 15 to 20 here and there. But he disappears at times too. But like I say, I don't see the Lakers winning the championship next year. Okay. I can see making the playoffs. Like I said with Golden State, I don't see them winning no chip. I see you getting to the playoffs, but those young teams gonna run y'all out the gym.
Right.
That's why they need to go team up and hop on the same team.
Yeah, the Warriors.
No, I'm not going to Golden State. The light's not that bright in Golden State, man.
Told you that.
Not like they are in LA.
Well, I think Butler found that out, that the lights are a little brighter when you get to Golden State. But he's going to be all right next year.
But again, that's only because, like I said, we're not going to see playoff Jimmy anymore. Not playing in that system.
Well, it's kind of hard. See, what you forgetting back when we had David Lee. I go back that far. I really go back further with the Warriors. I remember
Lee. Yeah.
You know, when we get a real center, that's gonna help everything out. And it ain't gotta be no superstar. We don't need a center to get 15 a game. Listen, if you could get us 9, 10 points a game, get us some proper rebounds, man, 7, 8 rebound, man, we're gonna be smoking. And play defense. That's all we need you to do.
But at the same point in time, and that's good. That'll get y'all in the playoffs, but y'all not winning no chips, man. And and another reason why y'all not winning the chips because y'all style of play, other teams play like that now. The three. Like y'all chips were predicated on y'all out shooting other teams.
Right.
Now other teams play the same style y'all play. The 3-point shot, which y'all introduced as far as this is how we play. Granted, Mike D'Antoni with Phoenix try to introduce that in Phoenix with Steve Nash now, but he didn't have enough shooters. But with Golden State, the style that y'all play, teams have caught up to that. And now they're able to outshoot y'all as well. Prior to that, y'all were able to outshoot teams. Y'all can't do that no more. So again, y'all will make the playoffs, but y'all not winning no chips because y'all not shooting nobody no more.
Well, what I want to let you know is when we had those championship runs, we had impeccable defense, brother. And that what you felt in the run.
And a lot of star players getting hurt too. Go ahead. And a lot of star players getting hurt. But go ahead.
I mean, players always get hurt.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but y'all
There's actually no year that stars don't get hurt.
That is true
on any series.
But I'm saying y'all championship run. Every year somebody got hurt who was beating.
That would be like me saying when LeBron then was winning, you know, that not only did stars get hurt, they got suspended too. I could throw that in there. I mean, we could use
Draymond. My thing is this: y'all really
Draymond was going to be the MVP of that series.
My thing is this.
So I mean, I just say y'all won. It don't be that deep.
The chip y'all lost against Cleveland was the only time the teams were evenly matched and everybody was available and ready to play. Yes.
Did everybody play?
Everybody played.
What?
Yes, everybody started that series.
Did everybody continue to play?
Draymond got spent in one game for something he did.
We didn't have no injuries?
Who else was hurt?
You don't forget our center, Bogut?
Man, come on, man.
What you mean? Hold on. Hey, bro. This is what I'm saying. You don't follow the Warriors,
Man,
so when you say hold on. When I say Bogut, you feel like he was a scrub?
He was a scrub when he got to y'all. Now in Milwaukee, he was the dog. In Milwaukee, when he was in Milwaukee, he wasn't
on the Warriors. Bogut wasn't no scrub, brother.
Man, he wasn't no deciding factor, man.
What?
My thing is this: Andrew Bogut, when he was with Milwaukee, I give him that. I'm talking about when he got to Golden State. Nah, man, he
was a big deal.
Because my thing is this: if you look at him, man, when he came to y'all, I look at him like, and I'm not, and when I say this, and it was like a Chris Bosh in a sense. I had to take so much off my game to fit.
The games ain't nothing the same.
Chris Bosh game was better. Chris Bosh game in Miami was way better than Andrew Bogut game in Golden State. And I'm comparing them to that as far as you coming on board.
They had a different style of game.
But Andrew Bogut in Milwaukee was a dog. When he got to Golden State, a lot of that went away because it was centered around Steph, Clay, and Draymond.
We needed them. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Y'all needed the center, but his game wasn't the same. No, we needed him. Man, nah, man, the game wasn't the same. And he was a good defender. Good defender, but the game wasn't the same, man. So, again, when they played that finals, that was the evenly match.
So it didn't matter that he was out?
No, it didn't matter.
Okay, well.
It didn't matter.
Y'all, okay.
It didn't matter because, for one, y'all still talk to you y'all still was up to, 3-1? Y'all still was up 3-1 without him.
And then got suspended. Who got suspended?
Draymond got suspended one game. One game, not two, not the rest of the series.
How long was Bogut out?
Man, I don't know how long he was out. How long was he out? Y'all was up 3-1 in that series.
We needed him.
Y'all was up 3-1 without him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So y'all didn't need him. Y'all didn't need him if y'all was up 3-1.
So if that's the case, if we didn't need him.
Yeah.
So y'all, when y'all lost this year, y'all didn't need no center neither, right?
Yeah, we did. We did. Because we wasn't up
from CourtSide.
We wasn't up in no series. It doesn't matter, but we was down the whole time. My thing is
this, y'all needed one.
Y'all said
the one who was on the bench.
You saying that
this is
Bogut hit him getting hurt.
He was a difference.
Man, y'all was up 3-1 in the series.
He was on that. He was playing, brother.
Man, look here, man.
That's what you're not getting.
When y'all lost that series,
yes,
because y'all thought y'all had it won. That's why y'all lost that series.
Well, listen, we all are going to think we have it won if we're up 3-1.
And that's
if
what
people are getting injured and suspended, clearly at that point something
Draymond
changes.
Got suspended from some stuff he did. Like, you can't even.
And he might have been working with LeBron with that. I mean, it's still.
I can't
so let's just trade him to LA. I'll trade him to LA for one of y'all centers, man.
Who was that?
Talk,
man. To me,
the one y'all didn't want to play this year.
To me, I don't see Draymond. Draymond, he's only impactful with the Warriors.
You know, then they can go full clutch sports on him.
His game is only good for Golden State, and he knows that. That's why he hadn't talked about trying to go nowhere else. The way he plays in Golden State, that's the only team that's gonna let him get away with that. Like, no other team is gonna allow you to get away with it. You're gonna be sitting on the bench.
I'm gonna say this right here. I don't think Joe Lacob is going to let another young star leave the organization the way that Poole did, the way that Clay did for Draymond and his antics. And if Steph ain't cool with it, on this one, I think you're going to have to be cool.
Yeah, because at the end...
I done gave you a lot of leeway, but on this one...
Because at the end of the day, like Draymond, when we talking about defense, can he get out there and play defense? Yes, he can. Now, he can play defense, but there's other players in the league who can play defense as well.
But your offense
is none.
It's still, we paying for that, brother.
That's like that's what you paying for. Like, and on that, you paying him from some old stuff he done. Like, you ain't paying him for nothing new. Like, you paying him off some old chips we won because now we feel like we owe you a bag and we done gave it to you.
And you Steph partner.
Yeah, and Steph wants you here because he's the only player left from that team when y'all was winning. Everybody else is gone. Everybody's gone except for Kurt. Even your old GM is gone. He's calling the game now. So, but to me, I just feel like Draymond should have been gone years ago. I'd have kept Clay before I kept Draymond.
Yeah,
and I'd have went found me some more defenders because what Draymond can do, I'm pretty sure you got somebody sitting on that bench that can do that as well.
Yeah, if we had some of the proper people in there, man. I mean, we got this man playing center.
I know. And
like, this is dumb.
And to me, like, and it go back to say, like, for the Lakers with LeBron, Curry, Draymond, KD, like it's over with. Like when I say over,
I don't agree with that.
And when I say over, I say as far as getting to the finals. Like that's done unless y'all go hop on some teams with some other players,
brother. When you say hop on, you will be talking about a LeBron James going to hop on, or KD, or Giannis. You can take Steph out of there, brother. Steph ain't going to.
And then he gonna.
Why would you even talk? What are we
he's
getting
gonna be in the same situation he was in this year,
brother. You gonna find out. People want to play with Steph, man.
Who? Nobody's rushed to Golden State.
This the 13th episode.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Nobody. I'm just saying. And
stay tuned.
Nobody has rushed to go play with Golden State. I've seen people rush to go play with LeBron.
Who?
Love was there. Bosh was there. Who else came? JR.
Yeah.
Went there. Dwight Howard trying to get back to the
Dwight Howard
play with AD.
What do I say about LeBron?
Man, now that he's saying that I didn't want you back.
I didn't want to do this.
I'm going to LA.
I got you.
What's that? I'm just saying nobody's saying I want to go play in Golden State. Like KD, Irving wanted to go. Kyrie went play with him. James Harden, Bradley Beal, like those players want to go play with LeBron and KD. I've never seen nobody say I want to go play with Steph. And you know why they don't want to go play with Steph? Because he's gonna shoot it 75% of the time. That's why they don't want to go play with him. It's not that he's a great player. They know when I go play with Steph, he's not a pass first type of player. I'm finna shoot this thing. LeBron gonna pass it. LeBron gonna get you involved in the game early. Steph, I'm not finna get you involved in the game. You better shoot before I get it. And you look at the way Steph has been playing these last few years. Oh, he been jacking that thing up. He been frying them things off like left and right. Like I don't care who on me. I got the green light. I've been here. I'm the face of the franchise. What y'all gonna tell me? That's how he's been playing. I'm jacking this thing up. That's why Kuminga hadn't been playing. That's why they got rid of Jordan Poole. It ain't because of Draymond. It ain't because of Steve Kerr. It's because of your boy. It's because of Steph Curry. He don't want Kuminga to get the shine, and he didn't want Jordan Poole to get no shine either. So you know what? I'm not going to say nothing, but y'all know what to do. That's how I see it. That's just how I see it. But nobody's rushing to go play with him.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good take.
Yeah, it is.
You know what? It's so good, I won't refute it. As a matter of fact, if I may.
Go ahead.
I like to go ahead and add something to the pot.
Go ahead.
If I could. You know, there's one superstar player that there's been a common theme with him on the court antics of his own teammates, players, talking to him and using a particular word.
What's that?
When referencing his behavior that ends up getting them kicked off the team.
Yes. I've seen that clip. Yeah.
Yeah. They call him
who got kicked off the team?
You acting like a
who got kicked off the team? Mario Chalmers didn't get kicked off the team. The boy won 2 chips in Miami. Now, I've seen somebody leave y'all team because somebody called them that. KD.
You talking about, hold on.
KD.
No, listen, I'm talking about the superstar.
Yeah, KD's a superstar too.
Yeah, but that's a superstar getting called that by who?
An all-star. Draymond's not a superstar.
Ain't nobody been saying that about Curry. Nobody has. You've never seen that interaction on the court where people are calling Curry to his face the B word. But you know what? When it comes to LeBron, at 6'8",
250, 260.
You know, consistently not playing good defense for years and being interested in nothing but a chase down block. And hey, not fulfilling your rotations and throwing your hands up. They've been calling him, hey man, I'm telling you about something. He round there whining and complaining. They got the nerve to tell that man on his team.
Yes.
Man, stop acting like a.
I'm gonna tell you
on
why.
several occasions. That's crazy. Listen, on the court.
I'm gonna tell you why
during the game,
and that happened. I'm gonna tell you why.
Wow.
Curry has yet to have a player say that public because the only player on the team, the only player that's been on the Golden State team who would even say that is Draymond, and that's his partner. Draymond is the only rough and ragged dude on Golden State has ever had while Curry has been there. Nobody else is. So when they had Monte Ellis, what they did, they shipped him out because he probably would say, or I'm pretty sure he probably was saying it while he was there. That's why they got rid of him. But I'm saying, other than those two players, Draymond, that's my partner. My partner not going to tell me that
on David West.
David West, nah. And at that point, Curry was young. And was West even there when Curry was there? He was on the championship team, wasn't he?
Brother, was on the team, man.
He was on. He was. He
Come
was.
On.
But not him because Curry was still young. Like no other players that's been on that team that has that much balls to call Curry that to his face, but Draymond. Nobody else,
and he ain't never done it.
He ain't, because that's my partner.
So what's up with LeBron?
Mark Chalmers, that wasn't his partner. Wade was his partner. Boss was his partner.
Could you picture anybody saying that to Michael on the court?
Him and Curry got in a fight in practice.
On the court during the game.
But I'm probably not during the game. Not during the game. So when I'm
saying these things happen, these things are happening live during the game. I ain't talking about practice.
But even if then with the Bulls, there was no player on the team that you can look at that would say that.
And you say Kerr did that?
They had a fight in practice.
And what happened?
He got
disciplined.
Yeah, he got disciplined. But I'm saying, but there was no players on the Bulls team that you can say that would even say that has that big enough balls to even say that to Jordan. See, like Chalmers one of them players. Like I'm a hooper.
Don't do that.
I was saying
he's so disgruntled. See, it ain't about them having the cojones to do it. It's that it's a character flaw. Where listen, a real one is just saying, "Hey, man,
yeah,
the way you carrying and you acting."
And I'm with you as far as Chalmers been a real. Like the only real one I would say on Golden State will be Draymond that would say that. During the Bulls team, there was no real ones that would say that. Like I would say Rodman, but like Jordan fought to get Rodman in there, so that's my partner right now. I never heard
Rodman say nothing like that about Mike.
Because that might not my partner, but he brought me in, so I'm gonna be cool. Bron didn't bring Chalmers in. Chalmers was already there.
Have Pippen ever said that about Mike?
Yes, now. Yeah, now. And he probably was saying it then. We just didn't have social media to catch it. But my thing is this: you don't know what them players were saying back then. We don't have the social media or the video phones to catch it. So I'm pretty sure they might have. But I'm saying, and it might not have happened. But again, Chalmers was already in Miami. To me, if I'm Chalmers, I'm looking at it like this: you coming in, you messing up my flow. Like I was getting them shots. I was taking that.
That's why he made that comment.
I ain't saying that's why he made it, but I'm saying, and Bron probably is a little.
Yeah.
I'm not taking nothing that away from.
You mean the man who lay down, fall down, and do the peekaboo?
Man,
is anybody watching?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man.
At 6'8",
Bron, my guy, man. But some of the antics and some of the extra stuff, man, it is a little.
Thank you. I'm glad
it is a little wild, but at the same point in time, like you say.
I'm finna beat up Stephen A. What?
And I'm getting.
What are you doing?
I'm not finna beat up. I'm checking him on what. Hey, don't be talking about my boy
at the game.
Don't talk about my boy. And he only checked him.
This is crazy.
And he only checked him because you know me.
You check him?
Not you know me. Like we cool. Come holler at me. Opinion. Yeah, but come holler at me about a lot of you don't see.
Why you ain't come holler at him during the game?
You don't see Shannon Sharp going stupid, cause that's my. I done went and talked to LeBron about this already. Like we can talk about it on TV.
And how did it fare well for Sharp? You know when he clicked up with LeBron, how he looking now?
Man, they ain't got nothing to do with LeBron.
It do.
My thing is this. I'm not saying don't talk about it, but don't hop on TV and talk about, oh, man, you're doing your son a disservice. My son is in the NBA making millions. How am I doing him a disservice? How am I putting him in a situation to where...
Playing in the NBA, that's it.
I'm in the NBA making millions. How is that doing my child a disservice?
Because he ain't ready.
Man, come on, man. A lot of players ain't ready. Again, like I say, for you to hop on TV and plead with me to don't do this to my son is making millions. My son has one of the highest selling jersey in the NBA.
Right.
How am I doing my son a disservice?
So with all that being said, all the jersey sales, this constitutes you running up on an elder?
Yes, because you know me. You know me. Like the stuff you were saying, you could have said that to me on a phone call. But again, you doing it for clickbait. You doing it to the ratings, the views, the comments. That's why you did it. That's why I got to come see you. So I'm doing it. I'm coming to see you the same way you came for me, so everybody can see it. Because you didn't come to me in private. I'm not coming to you in private.
I'm gonna tell you something, and this might be controversial. You see players only take those stances with their people like that.
What you mean?
That's the only reason. You just did that because you felt that you could do that to Stephen A. and get away with it. But you would have never
done it to who? To who?
You would have never done it to anybody who wasn't your people. Let me just say that.
But my thing is this:
you would have never taken that approach like that. And I agree with you,
but Stephen A. is the only one who went in like that, though, and that's his people.
He absolutely is not.
Who else? But like,
he's the only one you know of. He absolutely is not.
That's his people,
though. The biggest you know.
I know Stephen A. Me and Stephen A. cool. That's the thing. It has nothing to do with what he said or whatever. A lot of people have been saying it, but if I know you, and you probably got my number, we run not in the same circles, but we bump into each other, we dap each other up, we talk, we talk about whatever. Right. But you know me.
So why he ain't called Stephen A? Since we know,
because Stephen A ain't called me. So I'm gonna do you the same way you did me
on the air.
You did me on the air. I'm coming to see you at the game. Yes.
When you started checking people at the game,
you came at me on your platform. I'm coming for you on my platform.
So when Kevin Gates said something to him about his wife at the game, he's sitting front row with the taco meat out. I don't know
Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates is just talking.
No, listen.
It's a difference.
Listen. You don't want to get to know Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates.
That's what it was.
Kevin Gates just talking. Yeah.
Say again.
It's a level of understanding,
and it's a conversation you didn't want to have.
But you talking about?
You didn't want to find out.
You talking about my son? That's my son.
Basketball wise.
But I'm saying, it's another level. Kevin Gates, I don't know Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates don't know me. So you just talking based off what this other man has said. Of course, I'm not gonna give you no attention. And what has happened to Kevin Gates?
Attention, I'm right here.
And what had happened to Kevin Gates
what has happened?
Man, the wife done divorced him already. So you talking about my wife, and your wife don't even want you. So again,
did LeBron have something to say about that?
For what?
He'll be courtside again.
For what?
He'll be in the front row again.
Because he know that. said, the peasants, we don't deal. I ain't got time to be fooling with that.
That's why he ain't a goat, man. That's why he ain't a peasant.
I'm not finna address...
A peasant?
Not finna address something that nobody don't know me.
He played basketball well.
Yes.
Who he calling a peasant?
And what Kevin Gates do well? He don't do that well no more. That's why he said something about LeBron.
You forgot you in Louisiana?
I'm from Louisiana,
man. Where you at, man? What you got going?
Man, look here, man.
You in Louisiana, brother.
I'm in Louisiana, but
don't
all
do that.
I'm saying is
don't switch up for LeBron like that.
I'm not switching up for nobody.
Take the cape off, man.
What last Kevin Gates? What CD last Kevin Gates CD you listen to?
I'm 46, brother.
What's last Kevin?
I'm 40. That's not my era.
Exactly. So
but I'm not gonna sit up here and besmudge his reputation
nobody.
as a rapper and who he is in Louisiana.
Used to be.
He ain't one of them ones in Louisiana.
Used to be.
Bro, you
one of those rappers in Louisiana.
What? You didn't.
Yes, used to be one of those rappers in Louisiana. Like who was hot. Yes.
So that would be. So what about Boosie?
Yes, Boosie still. Boosie still is.
Boosie a great.
He still is.
Louisiana.
Still is.
Kevin Gates a great in Louisiana.
Used to be.
BG a great
still
in
is.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
That's not. Come on, bro.
Ain't nobody.
You from here?
Who's bumping Kevin Gates?
And this has been a great episode from Courtside. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. You out of control, brother.
I'm out of control,
this
man.
This is strange.
Nobody's bumping Kevin Gates, man. Now they used to. I give him that. Like when he was, the satellites, all that, all that, man. We used to. But I hadn't listened to a Kevin Gates album in a few years, man.
Listen.
What's that?
Back when I used to work at YCP, man, I'm gonna get some contacts because we ain't gonna keep doing this, brother.
Man, what are you talking about?
Hey, you better get right, man.
I am right,
and
man.
Stop this.
What did I do? What
slander.
I say? What slander? So you can slander LeBron. You can slander Bronny. You can slander all these other people.
We just talking about basketball, bro. How is it slander? And we're talking about sports.
We're talking about
sports. We're not talking about like something personal. It's something objective.
Personal? We did. I'm saying you brought up the fact about him talking about the man's wife.
I'm saying if you didn't holler at him about that, don't try to jump up here like, okay, I'm ready to defend the honor of my son at all costs from anybody.
Yes,
because that ain't what you doing.
What are you doing?
Now listen, you said, hey, listen, when the last time you listened to Kevin Gates, this, that, or third? Okay, cool. You're just talking about what he do as a profession, but what we got to understand is this dude a multi-millionaire at what he do. Listen, same thing with LeBron.
Yes.
If we talking about basketball,
what's the difference?
We're saying you are a multi-millionaire. If it's a critique, it ain't about how you so broke.
Yeah.
It's about, hey, I see some flaws in your game. My preference is you could do better. That's all we saying.
But that's not what Kevin Gates said.
So why you ain't holler at him and he in the front row?
Because you're not talking about basketball.
He talking about your lifestyle.
You're talking about basketball. So I'm saying if
he wasn't talking about that.
That's what I'm saying. You talking to him. So as you get, if we stand on just the sports,
come on.
Stephen A. talking about sports and his son. So now I'm coming at you behind that. Now this stuff Kevin Gates was on, I'm not entertaining that. That. What are you? I don't even know you. I don't know you.
And on the cool,
I know Stephen A.
It's just about the entertainment. Too.
Yeah. And to me,
how much of that you really taking seriously?
I'm not taking none of it serious.
So why are you approaching Stephen A?
Because I know you. I know you. I don't know Kevin Gates.
That's what's wrong with us when we get comfortable.
So I got to keep running up on. I got to keep running up on everybody.
No, you shouldn't be running up on anybody. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I want to have a conversation with that man about what you said.
If you're going to have a conversation, it should be off to the side as a professional.
So did Stephen A. have a conversation off to the side as a professional?
He's talking about basketball.
But how you were saying it and the way you were saying it, we could have. You can talk about it, but how you were saying, I'm pleading with you, LeBron, please. You don't. Nah, that's too much. Like it's the extraness. Like you know me enough. If it means that much to you, come talk to me. Now, you can talk about on the air on how you feel like my son is not ready or, he needs to spend some more time in the G League. But when you get on air and you start pleading with me, now we're doing too much. That's what I'm coming to see you about. It's not about you saying my son is not ready because Charles Barkley has said it. A lot of other players, Magic has said it. But they didn't say it in a way to where, like, I'm pleading with you and you doing your son wrong by having him in the league. Nah. That's not what I'm coming to see you. But I'm coming to see you because
about what? Because
you sitting on the air. It's like I'm
sitting up there on the air. That's Stephen A. Smith, man.
And I'm LeBron James. What's the difference? And I'm LeBron. You're the man in your arena. Yeah. I'm the man in my arena.
So it's a way you handle things with bosses.
You're right. So again, for Stephen A. to take
that's why they own LeBron helmet now.
So for Stephen A. to take it to that level, you say it's a way to handle like bosses. If you wanted to take it to that level, then you give me a call and we have a sit down. There's nothing wrong with you having your opinion and talking about my son playing in the league and how you think.
Gotta have a sit down first.
If you're gonna take it to that level, so if you expect LeBron to go talk to him in private, why you don't expect Stephen A. to go talk to LeBron in private?
Listen,
what's the difference
right here?
What's the difference?
Your boy L Boogie LeBron, he finna learn a lesson.
What lesson, man?
Hey, they showing him now.
What's that?
When you messing around with the media and whatnot,
yes,
Stephen A. really that guy.
He's that guy, and LeBron's that guy.
You're not finna play games with him.
We're talking about two Titans.
When you say again?
We're talking about two Titans in their own respective arenas.
It's the difference.
What's the difference?
Listen,
what's the difference?
He the Michael Jordan of what he do.
Who Stephen A? I give him that.
Stephen A. the Michael Jordan. Yeah. It ain't
and no. LeBron is right up there.
Who the number two? He really listen. LeBron, you trying to be
who?
You trying to be one of the GOATs.
Who's been at the top of their game?
You trying to be better than Ben Mike.
LeBron has
you trying to be better than Kobe.
Longer than Stephen A.
It's an argument.
Trying to be better than Kobe. He is better than Kobe, man.
How many rings Kobe got?
5.
How many LeBron got?
He got 4.
Be cool then.
If we just talking about rings, man, how many Bill Russell got? 13. Then he's the GOAT, right?
Well, listen,
he's the GOAT.
I ain't got no problem adding him to the list. Well, guess what?
Is he the GOAT? Is he the GOAT?
Some people can make an argument.
Man, no more. They used to say that, but again, we just can't judge it off rings.
If we put him up there, your boy dropped down even lower.
Man, cut that out, man.
It's this light work.
It's not just about the rings, man. Like say that ring conversation. I know that
when you ain't got them, it ain't about it.
That's when folks.
It's always gonna be about something else.
That's when folks hang their hat on. But we talking about rings and Ben Russell to go, and what we talk about Michael Jordan and LeBron.
But I bet
we just talking about rings because Robert Orr. How many rings Robert Orr got? 5. If we talking about rings. If we talking about rings, Robert Orr has 5 rings.
Part of it.
That's a part of it, but that's not all of it. And I think that is the last thing everybody holds over LeBron's head when it comes to him being the GOAT for Michael Jordan. If they can't go to nothing else, just like you just did, they go to the ring conversation. They talk about the rings. And I'm like, come on, man.
I brought up in the last episode the other things, brother.
That's your last trump card. Hey, the rings. He got the rings, though.
Who was a better defender?
LeBron. Because
what you said?
Jordan
what did you say?
Jordan did not guard the best offensive player on the other team. Scottie Pippen did that. Ron Harper did that. Jordan wasn't going to no Penny Hardaway. Jordan tried to go at Allen Iverson. What happened? Got crossed up, and that's it.
Allen Iverson,
man. My thing, like I say, you wasn't guarding the best player on the other teams. He wasn't doing it.
So you want to talk about?
If you talking about chase down, block like LeBron, Jordan was doing the same. I'm help side defense.
I want to get this straight.
What's that?
You are under the impression LeBron James is a better defender of Michael Jordan. A better defender than Michael Jordan. That's what you're saying to me.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this because Jordan.
This has been. Jordan we like to wrap up this episode
playing
a CourtSide
defense
today
on the best players in the league. When he hopped on Reggie Miller in the playoffs, what Reggie did, 3-pointer. My thing, and it's to win the game. Whenever Jordan got on those best players, he was getting done. Rex Chapman used to give Jordan.
Series?
They won the series, but I'm saying Jordan wasn't guarding Reggie Miller. From the time the ball went in the air to the time the game was over with.
So who guarded him?
Man, Pippen was in and off.
No one guarded him. He's coming off screens. How you guarding him?
But Jordan was saying, "I'm him the whole game." We keep talking about the defense. Did he play defense? Yes, he did. But you wasn't guarding the best player every night.
Jordan never got the defensive player?
I think he did.
How many have LeBron got?
None.
So what are you talking about?
We're talking about 1 year. My thing is this. Could LeBron have won it? Yes, he could have, man. Like I said, LeBron has great years on the defensive end, just like he had great years on the offensive end. But again, when we go back to this GOAT discussion and what we talk about, we always talk about one thing.
How Jason Terry did your boy LeBron?
Huh?
How Jason Terry did your boy LeBron?
LeBron wasn't going Jason Terry?
No. When Jason Terry said, "Man, I'm going at LeBron."
Yeah.
That's back when he first went to Miami.
He wasn't going Jason Terry.
He was. Yeah. What you mean?
Man,
he was rolling him up,
man.
Say what?
Terry played two. He played shooting guard.
Brother, listen. Go back to that finals.
Man, I got to watch it. Man, I know what happened.
Jason Terry was going. Listen,
we lost,
and I'm telling you how you lost.
Man, cut that out.
He was going at.
It wasn't just Jason Terry, man. But guess what, man?
There you go. Yeah, it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, it is.
What's going on up in here, man?
Got a little spicy though, man. But guess what, man? We had a good show, man. Hey, we had a good show, man. Before we go, man, anything you want to say before we leave, man?
Nah, man. Hey, listen, it's always a treat when real ones meet, man.
Yes, man. Yes, it was, man. I enjoyed myself, man. You guys have been listening to CourtSide, where we sit on the sideline and we talk about sports and rap as if we can do it better ourselves. I'm your host, Mr. 300. You guys know my co-host, the Bay to LA.
That's it.
Hope you guys have enjoyed yourself. See you guys on the next one.